Hi. Welcome to FlexiTrack. This video demonstrates about how to raise invoice on employee timesheets. Note this points that before raising invoice, ensure that employee timesheet must be filled and submitted for a complete month. Check whether purchase order rate is created for that employee or not. After satisfying these conditions, proceed to next step. Sign into the application by using the admin credentials. Enter the username and now provide the password to login. Here, you can now access the admin dashboard screen. Go to navigation menu. Click on Timesheets module and select the Client Timesheet option. Click on Invoice Pending tab to raise the invoice for an employee. By using the calendar panel, select the month. Now, choose any employee from the list to whom you want to raise the invoice, and click on Generate option. Here you can see invoice raised to pop-up appeared on the screen. So let us create an invoice now. First, choose to whom the invoice to be raised for, client or vendor. For example, if you mark as client, then client address will appear automatically. Next, provide the invoice details, like select the service type from the drop-down. If you select as others, then enter the reason in text field. By default, current date will be shown, so you can set the invoice date by using the calendar panel. Now select the pay term period to raise the invoice. The due date of an invoice can be set during the invoice creation only by choosing the payment terms. This is just to represent that number of days before payment is due. Here, due date is based on the given invoice date. Example, if you select 45 days as pay term, then due date will be after 45 days from the invoice date. Now you can see the invoice information, like type of service, description about invoice purpose, purchase order rate which was given at the time of work order creation, total timesheet work hours of an employee for that particular month, and total invoice amount to be raised. You can enter any additional notes, like providing some narration about the invoice payment. It is optional. Here at left side of the screen you can see the preference option. If you want to attach the timesheet files of a month with invoice, then enable this option. If not, disable it. And if you enable the attach timesheet option, then at bottom timesheet files will appear. From here, select the required files to attach with the invoice. You can also insert and attach any other documents with invoice if required. After providing all the required information, click on Save option to raise the invoice. You can also mail the invoice directly by using the Save and Send Mail option. To send the mail, you must provide the recipient details here. So insert the recipient's mail address to whom you want to raise the invoice and ensure the subject of the mail. Click on Save and Send Mail option. Now, you can see the timesheet invoice preview on the screen. At the top of the screen, you can find some options like to send a mail, click on Send Invoice option. Click on Invoice PDF option to view or download the invoice. Here, to view only the invoice, click here. If you want to view or download the invoice with timesheet summary files, then click here. To edit the raised invoice details, select Invoice Edit option. Click on Reminder option for reminding the user about the invoice status. To remove, delete the timesheet invoice, use Invoice Delete option, and for making payment, select Invoice Payment option. If you click on Back option, invoice list appears on the screen. Here you can find the required invoice status. In this way, you can raise and manage the invoices of all the employees. I hope this tutorial helps you. Thank you for watching this video.